Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Marcie, and I am here to do my review on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 1, The Shade of It All. Okay? So let's get started. Alright, so the first scene starts off with The first scene starts off with Todd and Candy. They're going to the doctor, because y'all know, if y'all didn't know already, Candy is 12 weeks pregnant. Her and Todd are expecting their first bundle of joy with one another, which is great for them, because I'm going to tell y'all something. When those two first got married, they was talking about they wasn't having sex all like that. And I was thinking like, oh, hell no, they doomed. I mean, you can't start off in a marriage not having no sex. I mean, that's like the biggest part. Like, most newlyweds fuck like jackrabbits, you know what I mean? So anyway, so it's good to know that they finally started to get it cracking in the bedroom. How y'all doing? Alright, so they go to the doctor. You know, Candy tells the doctor that she's been spotting. She's been having some spotting or whatever. And so the doctor tells her that she needs to pretty much slow down because she's doing too much. And Candy's like, what do you mean I need to slow down? You know? And she's like, you know, you need to slow down because Candy is over 35. And so after 35 is pretty much you considered a high risk pregnancy. So anything can happen. So you need to slow your ass down, Candy. So anyway, I'm glad to see these two are expecting. I'm rooting for them. I hope their marriage lasts because they make a really good couple. And I just think that despite all the drama with Candy's mama and with Mama Joyce or whatever, I just think that I think that they really do love each other. So next up, moving on to Phaedra and Portia. So they meet up, have their little wine. You know how they do on these reality shows. They always got to meet up and sip some wine, and they had some fruit and stuff, and they was just sitting there talking. Portia's looking really good, and so is Phaedra. Phaedra's still regrouping. You know, they started talking about everything that's been going on with Apollo and everything and whatnot. She said that her and Apollo, they still talk, they still speak or whatever, so that's good. But yeah, she really didn't. I mean, other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on with Phaedra. Portia started to talk about this new man she's dating, this little young boo thing she got. She act like she head over heels in love with him already. It seemed like they actually only been dating for like a month, and she's just like, oh, you know, she got the case of the new is what I call it. Is when it's so new, everything is all good, you love them, you be wondering like, damn, this might be the one, you know. So she's doing that, but actually, as of late, they are actually broken up. So, but whatever. So they started talking and everything, and Portia brings up the incident about Peter. So y'all know over the summer there was an incident where Peter was in the club and he had his hands all over this chick, and he was looking like he was trying to like kiss the chick. I don't know. So it was all over, and everybody was talking about, oh, Peter's cheating on Cynthia, which actually that's not the first time we've heard that Peter has been cheating on Cynthia. So anyway, so Portia brings that up, and her and Phaedra starts kind of talking about that, and Phaedra kind of mentions how, you know, I think it's mighty funny how Cynthia and Peter going through that situation when they were just, you know, all on Phaedra about the whole Mr. Chocolate thing, which I do personally. I believe there was a such thing as a Mr. Chocolate. And because I'm going to tell you something, Phaedra was looking so flawless last season, honey. She had to be getting her some good dick from somewhere. And I do think it was from Mr. Chocolate. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, so they talk about that or whatnot. And then, so the next scene is actually Cynthia and Peter. Peter comes home. And, you know, Cynthia's sitting there sipping. They're all always sipping on something. So Cynthia's sitting there sipping on whatever she's sipping on, some wine or whatever. She's sitting there just like, I don't even believe this shit. This nigga he done fucked up. He done embarrassed the hell out of me. I was just talking about Phaedra's motherfucking ass. Now I'm sitting up here going through the same old shit. But the thing about my shit is, didn't nobody see Mr. Chocolate, but everybody seen Peter's ass on video with his hand all around this hoe's neck, you know, all in her ear, whatever. And ain't no telling what he was whispering in her ear. So that's what she's sitting there thinking. I mean, you know, that's what I think she was thinking anyway. So she's sitting there just, you know. So Peter comes home. He comes in the backyard where she was sitting at. And she's giving him the cold shoulder. So they start to talk about what happened. And he's like, you know, I didn't cheat. This was just, I don't care what it looked like. I didn't cheat. And she's just like, whatever. And so they kind of talk it out, but they really didn't resolve anything. So I want to talk about this because this kind of irritated me. So Cynthia's sister, Mel, came over and so-called to console Cynthia and to be there for her sister in her time of need, whatever you want to call it. Let me say this about Mel. I think she full of shit. I think she ain't shit. And I think she is a troublemaker. Why? Because I didn't like how she sat up there and was asking Cynthia questions. First of all, she was just all in the business. She was asking Cynthia questions about her and Peter. She asked Cynthia, was she in love with Peter? Cynthia said yes. She then asked Cynthia, are you still attracted to him? She said yes. Then she said, with his clothes off? And she said, no. First of all, why did Mel even ask her, was she attracted to him with his clothes off? Who asked somebody, are they still attracted? I don't know. I just wouldn't have thought to go that far to ask my family member or my friend or whoever, are they still attracted to their husband with his clothes on? Once she said she was still in love with him, I would have kind of just left it at that. Like, why are you digging, Mel? And y'all remember Mel before Peter and Cynthia first got married, it was some drama with Mel back then. I don't like Mel. I don't like her. And I'm gonna go more into her bullshit later too. So anyway, so Mel comes over there, they're sitting there talking or whatever, and I can't believe Cynthia even revealed something like that. You revealed that you're not attracted to your husband without his clothes on. Oh my. Like, that is so embarrassing. How can Peter recover from that? I would divorce your ass if I was Peter, Cynthia. I sure would. First of all, you let too many people in y'all's business. You let all these hoes in y'all business, and they don't even have their stuff together all the way. The only one I think is probably pretty decent is Candy, as far as having a man and knowing, I don't know, because Candy kind of pissed me off on last season when she used to let her mama get at Todd all the time, and she never really to me, Candy didn't defend Todd like she should have. It seemed like she thought it was cute that her mom used to kind of go in on him and his mama, but then when people came for Candy's mama, it was like Candy want to start crying them tears. Oh, this is my mama. I don't care what she do, what she say. This is my mama. Okay, Candy, but it's like you can't be letting your mama get at people and not expect there to be no repercussions. Anyway, I didn't mean to get all off on all of that. Let me get back to Cynthia. So anyway, so that's it with Cynthia and her sister. That's how they just had their conversation about Peter, and that was that. So then we get to Portia and Duke. Okay, that's her little 24-year-old boo thing. So they chilling. He comes over. They in a hot and little steamy little I'm so glad to see you little moment. Portia got on her little skirt, her little dress, she looking just hot to trot, okay? But I ain't mad at her. Hey, it is what it is. You get that new love in your life and you just be like, ooh, So anyway, so he comes over. She's telling him how she wants him to meet her mom and her family, and he kind of like, it seemed like he played it cool, but he kind of was thinking like, oh, hell nah, bitch, I ain't ready for all that. I ain't even started fucking you yet. Cause Cynthia, I'm getting everybody's name mixed up. Y'all forgive me. So, cause Portia said that her and him hadn't started having sex yet. But, I'm thinking to myself like, I don't care, a month? I don't know. That might be a little too soon to be trying to meet the parents. Okay. So anyway, that's that with Portia and her new boo thing. Then we move on to Kenya and Cynthia. Okay. So they go see Kenya's new home. Kenya's new haunted house, what I would call it. Honey, please, I wasn't there moving no house that damn big. And what you gonna do with all that house, Kenya? You don't even have a family yet. You don't have a husband, and I ain't shitting on you, because trust me, I understand. But I mean, come on, what you gonna do with all that house? You gonna sit up in there and be lonely, or you just gonna host a lot of parties all the time or something? Man, that house looks scary as I don't know what. I wouldn't dare move in that house, but hey, that's why her name is Kenya and my name is Marcie, okay? Whatever. So then they cut to the scene about with Phaedra and her mama. Let me say this. All I want to say about this scene is this. Phaedra's mama is another mama that stays in her child's business a little too much. The only thing about Phaedra's mama is Phaedra's mama don't turn up like the other mamas, like Mama Joyce and the other mamas who be in their kids' business. She low key about it. Phaedra's mama to me gives bad advice. And she just need to stay out of Phaedra's business with Apollo. Cause I ain't gonna lie, regardless of what Apollo did, I don't like the way Phaedra treated him. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's still her husband. Till death do you part, and you made those vows. You need to quit having everybody all in your business, Phaedra, and deal with Apollo, you know, according to how you feel, not how everybody else feel. But anyway, so moving on. We get to Todd and Candy. They're talking or whatever. They're doing something in their house. They're just talking, and it comes out that Phaedra owes Todd some money. Okay? So Todd is not here for Phaedra right now. He is not feeling Phaedra right now. She owes him some money. I don't know how much she owes him, but she owes him some money. Basically stemming from the workout CD that she was supposed to be doing. And it didn't come out, the workout DVD, I'm sorry. And it didn't come out. But she still owed Todd some money. So they're going to be, you know, that's going to be part of the storyline. I got a feeling that Phaedra and Todd going to get into it later on down the line. But we'll see. We'll wait for it, okay? Because y'all know it's coming. And I'm going to see what Candy going to do. She better, we'll see. So anywho, so, all right, so honey, the next scene was the main event of the damn show. All right, the whole highlight of the night. So Cynthia hosts this some type of party. Yeah, I forgot what kind of party it was. But she hosts this party. And everybody gets there before her. There's Kenya. Marlo even showed up. Y'all remember Marlo? There's Portia, Phaedra, you know, the whole gang. They're all there. And Miss Sheree is back, okay? Who gonna check me, boo? Sheree is back, okay? So she's there. But wait, before I get to Sheree. So all the people that I just named, they're there. And first, Marlo and Kenya starts talking. And Marlo's telling her that, you know, Kenya is telling her that she moved. She got a new place now. And she mentions that Sheree is her neighbor. And so they started talking about Sheree's situation. Remember with Chateau Sheree? Remember it was never built? Okay. So they started talking about that and just throwing a little shade. Marlo's like, you know, her and Kenya's like, well, when you got coins, you know, it wouldn't take this long to get done. And Kenya's telling Marlo how her neighbors are complaining about the house just sitting there. It's not being built and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so Sheree comes in. No, first, let me hold up. So Peter walks in and Kenya just immediately started going in on Peter. First of all, she asked his ass, why was he late? I'm thinking to myself, who are you to ask somebody else's man why he late? You need to get a man, Kenya. I like Kenya. I don't get it twisted. I like Kenya, but Kenya's starting off kind of shady on this season, y'all. So she asked Peter why he late. He makes some little joke about being with somebody else, just trying to be funny. She starts going in, you know, referencing the video that went around this summer. Oh my gosh. So they start going back and forth. And he told her, like, look, I'm tired of your bullshit. And then it was like, Kenya, like, you were wrong. So Cynthia finally shows up and she looks gorgeous. Oh, Cynthia is so beautiful. She's gorgeous. So anyway, so she comes in and she makes her debut. She makes her little grand entrance. So they're all talking, hey, you know, hey, Cynthia, blah, 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 blah. So Kenya is like, we're not going to bring up the situation with Peter because I don't want to get Cynthia even more upset. So then after that, Sheree walks in. Then her and Marlo starts catching up, you know, like, hey girl. I'm surprised they cool because y'all remember the season when Marlo was on there, Sheree and Marlo got into it bad. So anyway, but I guess they kissed and made up. So, they start talking or whatever. And they're like, I'm sorry. Sheree comes over and with all the rest of them. Kenya starts going in on Sheree in that damn house. Like, you know, we're neighbors. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay. And let me tell y'all something. Kenya better watch it with Sheree. Because Sheree, I feel like Sheree not going to let Kenya come for her and think that shit is going to be all peaches and cream. No, ma'am. Who going to check me, boo? Sheree will get in Kenya's ass, I think. So, anywho, so they start going back and forth. Kenya just get messy and start talking about this house and how Sheree don't have no money. And, you know, why her house still there? If she needed, you know, she must don't have the money to get it finished building it. It was just stupid and messy and silly. And I don't know if Kenya just doing this for the ratings or what, because she don't really have a storyline no more. If you think about it, she don't have a man on here. She's trying to build this house, this scary ass haunted house. What else does she got going on? Nothing. She's trying to start shit with people to keep her ass relevant on that show. That's what I think. But whatever. So they get into it. So they finally stop. And that was pretty much it. I mean, oh, let me go back to why I think Marlo ain't shit. Before Cynthia came, after the situation with Peter and Kenya, they all gather up and they tell, like, Marlo tells the rest of the girls, like, Peter went in on Kenya and try to make Kenya look innocent. No. So they started talking. And then by this time, Cynthia's sister Mel came back over to where they were. And she starts telling them all Cynthia's business. Like, I asked her if she was still attracted to Peter with his clothes off, and she told me no. What? Bitch! Why are you telling her damn business? Oh, I can't stand Mel, y'all. Ooh, mark my words throughout this whole season. Mel is going to be trouble with a capital T, okay? I got a feeling her and Marlo going to be trouble with a capital T, okay? Y'all mark my words. So, yeah, y'all, that was pretty much it. I mean, I don't know, y'all. This season may make it without Nene. It may make it. It may not. I don't know. But I'm going to keep tuning in, y'all. And y'all keep tuning in to my review, okay? All right, y'all. Remember to love, have fun, and be happy. All right. Peace.